Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Eze. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Thuram. Martinez. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Has another goal! Goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Barella. Martinez. And it's Timber. Timber running with the ball. Eze. And that is expertly dealt with. Barella. Zielinski. Eze. Saka. He has a look out. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that has not gone well. Madueke gets into some space. Oh, that's nice. Good ball, good take. Now it's Rice. Now, can they get him away? Madueke puts a cross in. Chance for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rice is offering a Rice smile there. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Barella. Now it's DiMarco. Delivered in. Now it's Thuram. Chance, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Zubimendi. Madueke. That's Eze. Now it's Havertz. Saka. And he's managed to get free. And the finish! Oh, bang on target. That is good alertness. He is through here. Eze. Gabriel. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. Madueke tries a cross. DiMarco.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Madueke. Now it's Havertz. Shot a goal! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Havertz has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And now they can spring out of defence. Luis Enrique. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And the through ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, easy pickings there. Calafiori powering forward here. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he'll be annoyed at himself for not getting there. Bastoni. Oh, can he get onto this? Subimendi. Now it's Saka. Could move up a gear here. Cross in. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Now it's Eze. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting through the gears here. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Inter Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
That's an excellent interception. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's got away. Ladweke goes for a shot! This might spell danger. DiMarco. Now it's Martinez. So what can they make of this? Çalhanoğlu. And it's Barella. Akanji. Foot in. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Thuram. That's tidy. Shot could be on. Inter Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Saliba. Gabriel. Spread out to the left. Great chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Saka.
80.113 spettatori.
Almost an hour gone. And it's DiMarco. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely weighted ball. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Not the most accurate pass.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Ladweke! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And here's DiMarco. Knocks it into space.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
In again. It's a mighty effort! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Zielinski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That has been cut short. DiMarco. Barella. He's a sharp little ball here. Subimendi. And Madueke.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's a key interception. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Thuram had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Martinez. DiMarco. Bullish header! No, not the best of headers.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Numero 11.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Il numero 36.
He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. And the cross comes in. Can he finish? Yes! And they are pulling clear here. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A case now. And a chance! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Eze? No way through there. Pass somewhat off target. And they've got a throw. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Gabriel. Rice.
Ci saranno 3
Alafiori.
minuti di recupero.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the flag has stayed down. Up he goes! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. In it comes. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Out to the left it goes. And there goes the final whistle. Inter Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Martinez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Luis Enrique. Ball comes in. Gabriel gets over and intercepts.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Saka. And here's Havertz. Luis Enrique. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Odegaard. Çalhanoğlu makes the interception. Di Marco. And now the breakaway. And it's played into the middle. Raya claims it. Safe hands. Eze does really well to win the ball there, and he's managed to get free. Now it's Havertz. Yeah, he's fouled him there. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Real chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Eze! It's been blocked. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Saka really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Odegaard. Zielinski. Now it's Martinez. And he's worked it through. He gets big! Oh, off the bar! Goal! Inter! Martinez duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Saka. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Odegaard. Up he goes! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Enrique. He's in space and looking for options. Raya deals with that nice and simple. And that has left him in a heap. Timber hurtling down that right flank. Not the most accurate pass. Out for a throw. Saka picks it up out wide. Zielinski. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's played in here. Ødegaard. Zubimendi. To Havertz. And here's Thuram. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now, can they get him away? Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Timber. Zielinski is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's found a way through. Good read, needed to be.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he fit.
Saka! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Zielinski. Luis Enrique. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Great vision. Cute ball. Now, how can he reach it? Oh, robust challenge. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Delivered with swing. That is ended up in no man's land. Barella. Oh, there's a probing ball. Delivered across. Now that's well seen too. Rice. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Inter Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break.
Attenzione, un cambio.
That gets things going for the second half. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Calafiori played back into the centre. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Inter clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
In with the challenge. Now it's DiMarco. He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Thuram. Now, can they get it back? He has found the way through. Zielinski! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now this could be a chance. Sommer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
No way through there.
14 spettatori.
Almost an hour gone. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in. Ødegaard climbs up big! No mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal.
A header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Saka. Barella. Searching passes played there. Saka is in a really good position out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Zielinski. Ødegaard. Looking for options for movement. Nicely shaped cross. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Zielinski. DiMarco. Madueke. Ødegaard tries to pass it through. Arsenal are looking to break at pace.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
DiMarco. Oh, Waters takes a shot! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Calafiori. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, shooting chance! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Now it's Saka. Now it's Havertz.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rice. Ødegaard. Good take, and is he in? Oh, that's a fine interception. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And he cuts out the supply.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di
Deep
recupero.
into stoppage time. Thuram produces a cross. Crossed in again. keeper has taken decisive action. Chance, surely! And that is that. Inter Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Well,
after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Inter tactically set themselves up in a way that allowed them to show better penetration whenever it was required. They basically got all the fundamentals correct. They were expansive in possession and compact when off it. Doesn't get much better.
And I just really liked what I saw here.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And already we're underway here. Calafiori promptly onto that, and that is that. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Martinez. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a smart player, I expect him to pass the test with flying colours. He's making up the extra centre-half at times, as well as making those deep, long runs towards the box. I think a cracking player with a very disciplined game.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Now that's well seen too. Saka. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Can he get it through? Now it's DiMarco. Crossed into the middle. Timber. Calafiori. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Thuram! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Thuram is offering a right smile there.
Saka. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Tries a shot! And he's following up! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
No, he's managed to misplace that. And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner. Çalhanoğlu. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Thuram is onto this. That's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Good chance here! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Saka. DiMarco. Looks across and plays it in.
Inter clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side. The current
Shot a goal! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And he's managed to get free. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Zubamendi. Thuram is onto it in a flash. And he's picked out the run. Calafiori goes sliding in. Gets a good foot in there. Rice has been caught there, it's a foul. Barella. Now it's Enrique.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Enrique's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Zielinski. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Luis Enrique. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Zubimendi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Look, the only way of becoming...
Oh, what has happened here? And the finish! It's there!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Throw it. Zubimendi. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
No, that's been intercepted. Çalhanoğlu spots it and intercepts. Timber. And it's Rice. Zubimendi. Zubimendi. For Rice. And he's been shifted off it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Martinez. Calafiori. Trossard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Saka. And it's Zubimendi. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Good read, needed to be. Akanji gets good distance on it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Martinez. Now it's Thuram. Trossard. Could move up a gear here. Played out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, what a climb! Oh, taken with style. 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Zubimendi. And it's Timber. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Tries to pass it through.
That's going in strongly.
Goes for a shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That is ended up in no man's land. Zielinski. Time and again they are repelled. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Martinez. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's Zielinski. And that's a good ball. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. It's bounced back off the post.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just about up to 75 minutes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Havertz. That looks a good cross.
Arsenal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's played into the middle. And that's an errant pass.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 20.
Inter Milan
numero
can
7.
now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Numero 32. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8, il numero 16
Barella.
e il numero 2.
Now this could be a chance. And the shot! And the ball's fallen kindly here. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
And it's Frattesi. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
That's a promising position. He's on. Decent chance! Looking for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Knocks it into space.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he latch on to this? Bastoni. Spread out to the left. Trossard. Trossard puts a cross in. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Arsenal have their third corner. Rice goes short.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And that's a throw-in. Calafiori, played through for the wide man. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He whips it across. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time.
And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.